How does this look on camera? It doesn't look very good, does it? I sincerely apologise.
Legs are too long.
They are long.
Takes too
They're
much
not too
space.
long, but they're too long if you're trying to. They're almost too long for the plane I was flying, actually.
Oh yeah.
Because there is there's something, there's a little control thing here for something at the back of the plane. I forgot what it is now. And there's a little bar, and yeah, my leg just gets in the way of that, and yeah, other things. So that's interesting.
It's
anyway,
very nice to be short on a plane, I think. I would imagine.
Oh, in a commercial plane.
Because I feel like premium economy is just as good as economy for a short person.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
the thing is, if I'm in economy on a long haul flight, I always get the exit row by the bulkhead, so I just have like 5 feet in front of me. So I'm just like, bleh.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. So the only time I couldn't do that was when I flew to Fiji on Fiji Airways, and they only released the exit row seats 3 or 4 hours before the flight at the airport.
Because they're so popular? So
because they just like, why don't we just have this stupid setup?
That was kind of weird too, because they're always like in front of the bathroom, so people are always just like crowding up around the bathroom in front of your row.
Yeah, I'll take it. But that was an interesting flight to Fiji. I had my knees just, I couldn't actually put both my knees in front of the seat in front of me. I could only put one knee like that and the other knee in the aisle, which means I couldn't sleep because I'd hit a trolley or trip someone up or something. So it was horrific. But it was worth it because I got to dive with loads of giant bull sharks. And the people of Fiji are fantastic. So
I like how that's the reward.
It was hashtag,
for a lot of people, that would be the
hashtag worth. Yeah, so I'm going to French Polynesia in November to do some shark diving, and I need to sort out I think I paid for some good seats for that one.
You're also going to Wembley for June 9th and 10th.
I am indeed. So again, we have some stretch goals being announced there, and there will be some other ones being revealed as these final days roll through. Again, this is day 2 of the final 5 days here at ECS, and I think Chris J was vocal saying that they really, really need this W, as do Gambit. There's a lot to play for at different ends of the table. Gambit starting on the CT side, 5 sets of Kevlar for them. Chris J, the only man with grenades, and again, the P250 has been dropped for up.
Wow. I like it. The alley push does its job, does pick up the kill there initially, but the one will be planted as the fast-moving players from Mousesports get in there in time to capitalize, and trying to hold on to this bomb plant. Ooh, that's a great shot from Adren. Looking very sharp indeed is Adren. And Rops, can he find the right peak here? No, he's being challenged. Adren again with the headshots back to back. 4K for him. Wow.
Again and again.
Again and again and again and again.
I didn't expect the 4th one. I'll be honest.
That was nice. It was beautiful.
That's Motier.
Right then. Must win for both teams, but it's Mousesports who will not start on the right foot, losing the pistol round. And more pistols will be out. Numbers game, close quarters advantages. Well, opportunities, I won't say advantages, but certainly opportunities with these pistols. 4 Glocks though. This is a meat shield to try and get this bomb down. That might even help them, since their legs won't necessarily reveal their position as they go for the push.
Legs.
It has its advantages, this smoke, and I would suggest they use it. They're not going to use it. Bardolph would have used it.
Yeah, I could see the argument there. I mean, sometimes you wait to get in front of a smoke. Sometimes the smoke's very inviting. It's a very inviting piece of utility as a terrorist when you have nothing to lose on a round like this. In particular, can't get mollied. Grab your exit, and somehow Oscar finds 3 dinks.
Angel he just doesn't care. He just goes straight up there. He cares not. But 43 ensues. Gambit make their way back into action. Gets Adren diving on top of the trains. Almost expected to dive down with a knife. Screaming bonsai or something of that nature. Finish off the last one on the bomb train, but Oscar will come in late, and he will be eliminated late. 2 rounds for Gambit. They hold on to 4 players, but the bomb did go down for Mousesports, which is a welcome boon to their economy. As you can see here, if they want, they can go AWP no armor, but likely to go 5 AK's maximum utility, which is the utility is the benefit of that smoke. Oh, Oscar is actually going to go AWP, get an AWP, and he does actually have enough for Kevlar, so I have miscalculated. This is a great look for Mousesports made possible by the bomb plant.
All right then. Sonny doing his best Chris J impression. Ooh, looking at timing there from Mo. That is a good start for Gambit. Lots of spray, getting the garden hose out, but he's gone too high. And Oscar will take him out of the sky. Dozier with an off angle. Is there an advantage to be had here as Stico makes his way down the stairs? Similar to that situation on Inferno in the CT apps. Good for the 1 kill and spots one of the remaining 3 players. What do the CTs do with this information? Adren will be rotating towards B since it was empty, and the remaining 2 will stay around A.
So much space on the map for Mousesports now. A lot to worry about for Gambit. 2-man alley though, that is a great spot to push. And Rops will try to suggest that it's going to be B here. Making a lot of noise, throwing all the nades. No rotations yet though. Rops, can he find the back of Adren? He may be able to, but oh my goodness. Doesn't spot him at all. Adren doesn't spot him either, so interesting situation. Rops now into connector, and Mousesports, despite being down 1 man, they have no idea about Rops. How can he convert? Chris J does convert though. He finds the smoke plant as well. Rob still in connector, unbeknownst to Adren. This will be very surprising, I think.
Too many sound cues given away, unfortunately. That leaves Hobbit alone by the E-box. E for electricity, E for elimination, perhaps one of these 2 teams in this round. E for everything, as a win would mean the world to both Gambit and Mousesports. Much needed points for both sides. It's taking a hell of a long time, and there is the trade. Rops just getting into position in time.
E for E-Trade. And Mousesports' stock is through the roof.
E for what?
E-Trade.
E-Trade?
Yeah.
E-Trade?
You don't have an E-Trade account?
What the hell is E-Trade?
It's for stocks.
It's what?
I guess it's popular in America. It's for stocks.
I have a trading account, but it's not called E-Trade. That sounds awful.
I didn't choose the name.
It's like E-Gamers.
That's pretty bad.
So is E-Trade.
I think it was before esports though.
Oh wow, Sonny once again finding the back of an opponent. Out in the A yard, doing some damage, but the spray through the smoke will be good until it's punished. Very weird rounds. 30 seconds passed and we have 6 players dead. Now, oh, looks like we've lost a man on Mousesports. Lost a man.
No one important, just Rops.
Just Rops.
Man down. Well done, Dozier. What do you have for us?
Dozier. Dozier!
It's an interesting bomb plant location with absolutely no cover.
I know, right?
When you could just plant back train instead. Very curious indeed. Brazen.
Blasphemous.
Ludicrous.
Outrageous.
Arrogant. It's all so quiet. The same plant. I would love a peek, Dozier. Oh. I am disappointed.
He knows he's gone towards hell. It's so likely. Brilliant angle. Did he spot him?
He did, yeah.
Okay, then unfortunately Oscar is very dead.
He's so dead right now.
He's incredibly dead.
There's no way that he ever...
3 HP.
The crazy thing is that if Dozier didn't sort of whiff so many bullets at first, he gets a clean first kill, and the second kill doesn't have the rifle out. It's like an easy second kill. But instead it turns into like this really drawn out, 1v2 clutch. Or 1v1 clutch. He can just barely get the defuse.
Jesus.
3-1, a reset for Mousesports, but the bomb down does mitigate that at least. They can opt to force up actually with this. And that is justifiable if you're thinking about keeping control of your opponent's economy. If they have a fast round that they want to play, and with the bomb down and the consecutive round loss bonus, it does afford them opportunities for additional pressure even on the following save rounds if they lose. But would you look at that? Oscar able to afford an AWP, and they're going to go all the way. This is really cool. I like this.
Off they go. How do they open things up in a round such as this? Dozier priming the Molotov. He's got the petrol on tap. Oscar moves in for his initial engagement. One minute 20. Gambit looking to sabotage any intentions of the Mousesports team. 1 AWP, 1 AK, Sunny with a deagle. They'll have to wait out these smoke grenades. These are the final smoke grenades of Gambit, and they'll move a second player deeper into the B bomb site. Molotov's forcing Dozier from his preferred position. Look at that. Talk about a flame carpet. Now here comes the final push, maybe. No, just deco for now. Grenades, counter flashes, but the teaser numbers game is up. And the T's start to go down. Oscar still alive though with the AWP. Stico trying to plant the bomb, trying to invite Hobbit out and punishing him for it. Oh, Oscar misses a crucial shot. Down to the one-on-one, but he has no idea where Adren is. Just trying to collect the bomb with some time remaining, but no.
If he gets that first kill, Stico stays alive, he can put the bomb down, then he can cover other things with his op. Instead, he just has to trade. And that's just not a shot you normally see him miss, unfortunately, for Mousesports, who are now down 4-1. But the rotations were there early, so you'd say, okay, the CTs should have probably had a cleaner round to begin with, where they had better guns. They had 3 people inside B, and they threw those smoke down late. So overall, it just seems like Gambit are playing the CT side very smart, and the rotations are on point.
Target practice for the Gambit side. Or is it? Rock taking Angel out. Seems that crisis will be averted. Just the 1 kill. And perhaps Hobbit will get an upgrade. Indeed, he will. MP9 dropped. M4 collected. Damage minimized. 5-1 in favor of Gambit. Now we'll see if Mousesports can capitalize on all that damage they did in the previous eco round.
It's kind of an awkward round to buy, because they get some of the important utility, but they don't have a lot of money overall, so they just, you know, they're going to miss out on each a nade or Molotov or flashes even. And they're going to mitigate that by running out quickly out of T-Connector, and Chris J's already made his way downhill, catching people throwing their utility.
Very good at that is Chris J, but Angel with a 2K keeps it competitive. Chris J and Rob's answer in kind. 2-on-2, bomb needs to be collected. So much time on the clock. CTs around the bomb train and connector. Chris J trying to identify where people are. There is a smoke which could suggest a bomb plant, but it does allow the CTs to creep around as well. Mobile old train, however, because he's got the AWP. And Dozier will remain in connector for now. He's got the UMP, the successor to the MP5, the UMP45. Both have kits. Dozier's been spotted, but where is Mo? Trying to outmaneuver around the IV position, looking in the common spots, but it's a double E-box play from Mousesports. They continue to move around, and perhaps the scope has been spotted. Dozier trying to run distraction, but Mousesports are not giving up the kills on the bomb now. Human shield not working out, and that is another round for Mousesports.
That was a little bit better of a post plant, where they didn't actually give up the first kill for no reason. They just played that 2v2 a lot more safely. Bomb smoke goes down the opposite side. Rob watches ladder, and they're covered from all angles. And they would have been given a free kill if anybody peeked. So at least they don't make the same mistake twice. As per Gambit, they still have another buy in them. They don't have any money left over. And they don't have any Molotovs either. So Mousesports are going to look at this round. They know that Gambit should be low, but they don't know how low. So I'd be worried about an op, but I would think about playing it slowly.
Easy does it. Mousesports losing Sunny. It's not a good spot to be in. Although, one thing that does help them out is the lack of utility indeed for Gambit. Lots of noise there from Oscar. Hobbit with the re-smoke, and Oscar will know that he's close based on how the grenade bounced, the trajectory of it. Chris J finds an opportunity, not a good one though. Adren defends again. And Adren has been pretty fantastic so far. Last map as well. Adren is just a god. He's incredibly good. And Mousesports losing an additional player without gaining any ground is worrisome. Can't test Oscar like that. And maybe now with that, Mousesports can get something going. An opening, a distraction.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Not one of these battles again. Oh, okay.
20 seconds, and they have to cross. Mo looks to the right, player passes to the left. Smoke's down on the site, but how can this go down? 2 CTs on the bomb train. Stico clearing things up from around the back, but surely there isn't enough time. The bomb's being dropped, his teammates down, and it might be a question of damage. Trying to pre-fire Dozy, who's dancing around the smoke. And do they even peek him? Yes, they do. Round number 6 for Gambit.
He had a good read there. Dojo almost died. Dojo tried to be slick about it. Into the smoke, out of the smoke, onto the bomb train. Stigo had him every step of the way in some sense, but yeah, just needed to get a little bit extra Galil damage in there, and his teammate was low as well, so that round looked a little bit closer than I think it was in the 2v1. But it's now, because of that, Mousesports' money is completely destroyed.
Absolutely taken down, as Yanko would say.
It's in tatters.
Gambit really having a fun time against Mousesports right now. Today, Mousesports have just seen a little bit off kilter.
Yeah.
They've not had a great time of it. I wonder how their next LAN performances will be. LAN. Maybe...
They almost won the last ECS finals.
It's true. Against FaZe, it was a riveting...
Probably should have won.
...final.
A slobber knocker. It was enthralling. Enthrallment was had.
Yeah. And we may not see them at the next one. That would be sad.
Might not even be there next time.
Yeah.
Think about that, Mousesports.
But NRG will.
But NRG will.
NRG going to be there.
Astralis of North America.
Yes, that is quite impressive. 17-1 in North America. That's a tidy score to finish on.
NRG are the NRG of North America.
They're also like the Astralis of North America in a lot of ways.
They are the NRG of North America. I remember when people say, "Hey, you're like the Team Spooky of Europe." Shut your damn mouth. I'm the me of Europe. When I was broadcasting all the fighting games in Europe,
the Team
Spookies are the big broadcaster in North America. They'd be like, "Hey, you're the Team Spooky." Man, no, I'm not. I'm the me of my region. I'm not the someone else.
I'm the me. I'm the me.
Don't put me in a shadow of someone else ever.
Just have to destroy,
commentator.
The comparison points, James.
I'm me, and I'm an absolute gangster.
I think it's
in my own rights.
I think it's for a team like them. I mean, if it was like a team that's been around for a long time, that was really good for a long time, I feel like it might be offensive. But I feel like for NRG, because not like commentator rankings, right? But
well, I mean, actually, there is an argument there because they do use some Astralis strategies. So
yeah, they play like them. That's
so
they play with them, and they have the actual ranking or the same stat line of the season. Wow.
That's pretty big. Angel at stand and doing great work. Adren will also defend as Mousesports try the brute force approach, and they get spanked and sent to the corner.
They weren't looking.
What does that mean?
That's
like
what
you said
yesterday.
You spank people that aren't looking at you or whatever, right?
That was yesterday. I don't remember what I said yesterday.
Good thing we have the VOD with all the evidence.
Well, this is a beatdown, isn't it?
It is.
Spanking.
Spanking, indeed. Red asses all over the place, James.
Suppose there are.
It's a paddling.
Red bumps.
The crosshatch pattern.
Handprints.
Deagles are out, apart from Oscar. 4 Deagles. What is going on in Mousesports today?
I don't know.
They have 4 matches. They are 1 for 2 at the moment.
Yeah.
They're allowed to have an off day.
No, not today.
I don't think they are, Dan. I don't think they are. I beg to differ.
That's not in the contract.
This is a crucial day for them. This is all important.
It's the worst day to have an off day.
Yep. Just as it was for SK's debut with Stewie in the season. They went 0-4.
That was an off day and a half.
Also a rough day. Oh,
that off day is not over, actually.
Yeah, that's true. Smash. Oh. It's such a cool angle, isn't it? Gorgeous angle. Gorgeous.
What constitutes cheeky? Like, what is that? Why? What does that word mean?
Doing something slightly outrageous.
Okay.
Trying to
I know the definition, but I guess the etymology. Like, what is?
It's trying to get away with something that you shouldn't. That is not really acceptable.
Yeah.
Or
it's like sneaky, yeah. Cheeky, sneaky. But just like, why the word cheeky? Is the root cheek?
Rosy cheeks.
Rosy cheeks?
Maybe.
If something sucks, you can call it. You can say
I just
that
have
was cheeks.
this image of, like, you know, when they discipline children, that you'd have the grandmother figure grab you by the cheeks because you've done something
Cheeky.
you shouldn't have. I don't know. I really don't know. That's that's an interesting one. I have to look that one up. We like words on this show. All about words. Sonny is pretty good with bullets. No words need to be exchanged when an AK can be put into force like that on the A side. He's an artist.
Sometimes 5 players go outside and get 0 kills. Once in a while, 1 player goes inside and gets 3 kills.
Can't say too much about this round, can you?
Sunny, sunny, sunny.
Oh, they're all surrounding. But you are surrounded. Come out with your hands up. And then get shot in the face.
It's always sunny in Mousesports Delphia.
You can do better. You can do better.
That was a no.
That
was a flow of conscious. That was inspired by you, Dan.
I respect the attempts because sometimes, you know, you throw something against the wall and it's not going to stick. Sometimes it sticks.
Yeah. And if you never throw things at walls, nothing will ever stick.
Yeah, I think Wayne Gretzky said that.
Gandhi, I think.
Well. Don't throw things against at the wall at random.
Thanks, Dan.
Parents will be displeased. So this is a nice spot here for Hobbit, but the smoke is kind of indicative that this is going to be the case, and Oscar has plenty of time to wait for that player to emerge. So that backfired for Hobbit in a big way, as did that superior angle for Chris. Again, just waiting out the pokes here from Gambit is proving successful. And it will be difficult unless Mo goes ham for them to find a way back into this round at this point. Mo is. He's ready, though. He's been engaged.
Stico has been engaged in the pop dog area, and that's some map control for Gambit. Up the ladder. No, those will be denied. And that leaves 2 Gambit players remaining. Perhaps there is room for recovery here for Mousesports in this 4 versus 2. Mo will think otherwise, however, but the bomb is headed now towards the B bomb site, something Adren might detect. Sliding up the ladder. Maybe there is something to be done here. There is a flank on the flank, although Oscar's moving quickly, and Adren might hear him, but Oscar's slowed down now, so maybe Adren can take an advantage here, or maybe not. Round number 4 for Mousesports.
They're starting to shape up.
Shape up or ship out.
That was the end of that sentence.
Was that too aggressive?
You seem very proud of that. There's a big smile on your face.
Sorry.
Shape up or ship out. Gambit don't have very much money, but put together some kind of buy versus a fast outside take. Not a lot of counter utility, and everybody on the CT side is getting deleted. Just Doja on the big flank. In through CT. Kill a piece for all players besides Props. And he is also a man on a hunt, but it's actually Chris J to put 2 on the board for this round. Second last round of the half. No better time to do it. 2 bad buys for Gambit. Here's the second, but where there is a CZ, there's a way.
Another Gandhi quote.
Easy, CZ, beautiful, covered bro.
Ancient Asian proverb. We have...
That is a lot of grenades.
Yeah.
But just deployed. Almost every flashbang that was in a round.
That's like 5 or 6 flashbangs, yeah. Ooh, ooh. Surely you check for him. 5-7 in action. Oh my god, everyone's dying. 5-7 is just a distraction, but that's good. It did something. It was loud and annoying. But more so is Adren as he comes up the ladder. How does that work? He made that look so smooth. He's supposed to have an enormous amount of inaccuracy, but Adren controls his gun beautifully.
Chris J punctured by the scouts. Adren will finish things off. Adren, 17 for 7. Very helpful in the 10 rounds Gambit win in that first half.
Adren's so good. He's so damn good.
They've got like 5 generations of Mousesports logos. You know, I like all of the pictures, but all of them having different ones is a little strange.
Oh, can we see the scoreboard again?
Oh yeah.
That is interesting indeed.
Are you all about the uniformity?
Nah, not necessarily, but it does kind of look like a workshop. It's a collage. That's what it is.
Pastel.
I like it because it shows. I think the you can see that the Mousesports players have good camaraderie and are jolly good friends, and I think that.
Yeah, it's a convivial time in the Mousesports camp.
Indeed, all kinds of
Conviviality.
Yes. I really hate that word.
What about joviality? Joviality.
Jovial's a good word.
Joel's
Jovial's a nice word. Convivial is trying to do too many different things with the English language.
Well, do you know what the longest word is? We'll come back to that. Because the 3v3 here for Mousesports, incredibly important. They have players in the right positions, more or less. The bomb team main waiting to burst, perhaps off the back of a pick, and there it is. Adren does, with the help of Dozier, or vice versa, get that frag and the quick pop onto Rops. Oh dear. Mousesports annihilated on the pistol. That is not a round they could afford to lose. What do they do now?
Buy. I would definitely think about it. I would strongly consider buying, even though it's risky. You like CT side buys on second round on train, right? I think I've heard you say that.
I think it's pretty strong, but I think these days teams are generally better at the anti-force buys. But it is, I think, one of the stronger maps for the CZ because of the nature, and also the Deagle, due to the nature of the fights, the geometry of the map lends itself to the strengths of those guns. But there are ways to deal with that, and we'll see if Gambit can find those ways. Stiko and Chris could potentially try to peek together. Will Chris peek now? It would be a timely moment to do so. Going too deep indeed, Chris. All he has to do is turn around, and with no trader there, now there's an AK up for grabs in the forward position. Mo now has to look after it. He has to be the caretaker. Care was taken.
Two players spotted towards B. Not the bomb, but that is enough of a clue as to what is going on. Adren fails to leave the bomb upstairs, goes down to try and cut these players out who are towards Ivy. Did one of these CT see him though? That is the question. Spots one around the bomb train. He's gone. Stico and Rops remain.
I think he was actually fake flashing. I don't know if it would work, but
no gun for these final two CTs. Rops now in the B bomb site. Perhaps he holds on to his Kevlar and Deagle. Takes a half chance at somebody exiting in the wrong direction, perhaps. But we're looking at round number 12 for Gambit. A familiar situation for Mousesports today, unfortunately for them, but Gambit are, for the time being, looking good to move away from that relegation area, at least for the time being. Or at least put themselves in a better situation.
Mono ultra microscopic silly volcano coney.
Is that the longest word? I thought it was anti-disestablishmentarianism.
That was a what? Yeah, I think that was the last one.
Oh.
Somebody help me, please.
Someone made a new one. And they didn't inform me.
You weren't
I'm
told.
offended.
You were on the list.
Oh. Okay, you link that to me so that I can learn that, so that I can then know the longest words and can have an extra edge in the next trivia night.
Oh, it's Osis.
Oh my god. I'm never socializing with you again. Like ever.
You love trivia, James. Oh. Dink. Onto Angel. So, Gambit are using their MAC-10s, or the MAC-10, to good effect there, bursting out the alley, surviving the tribulations, the trials of Pop Dog. They've been through it all, and they're reaping the rewards.
They're like O.J. Simpson. In that way.
Okay, I don't know.
Been through it all.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
That was a reference to what you said, James.
I wasn't listening to what you said.
You made an O.J. Simpson's reference for no reason earlier, so I made one too.
It was sort of for no reason, James. I'll give him that.
So something about orange juice, and you said O.J.
It was
Simpson.
orange juice to O.J. Simpson, which I understand the O.J. bit.
Well, there you go then.
But
so then, what are you talking about? You understand it then?
But it's just.
You just said it made no sense, and you said it made sense.
Well, it's a very.
It made sense.
You're reaching. I know your arms are very long, James, but that's a reach for even you.
Ooh. That was good. Slay burn.
Well, dive through the Pop Dog will be fatal for Dozier. But there's still 4 teammates as the remainder of Gambit to put into action. The Gamil not really all that good at range, and I think it's something you said before, Launders. If there is an open play on the B-bomb site, you do not want to be going upper. You did one up without the addition, well, without the Ada smokes, that is, if I could utter the words. Oh dear.
Oof.
Oh dear. That was ambitious. That was equally ambitious.
Landed right on the nade as well. That was scary because the first guy didn't do enough damage, and because the second guy didn't have any utility or proper utility, it would have actually made more sense for them to just double drop down. Totem pull drop down. Goomba slam.
The
ladder.
Slam. I like it. Goomba. Goombas are cool. I feel like I should play more Mario at some point. That's a good game. Anyway, the double orbs here for Mousesports. Try to build on what they have, which is little. Don't do it, Stico. Don't do it. It's like you're on the edge of the building. So don't do it. Certain death awaits. So much to live for. It's like Dozy will make his way forwards. Dozy will make his way backwards. So, I mean, that is one of the dynamics of being the alley player with a rifle, whereby it's very likely an AWP will be on your angle, and your job is not to die, and to use your nades as late as possible, and to get information. It's a very hard balance to strike, and if you do die, it's very impactful. It changes the CT setup entirely, and creates a huge amount of space for the Ts. It's a very hard position to play well.
40 seconds remain. Still an exchange of grenades around the IV position. Those are moving up, perhaps trying to pull people away from the center of A. Trying to attract the attention of some CTs, and he's doing that. 28 seconds now, and Gambit starts to stream out of the main area, which isn't defended so well, but the frags come in regardless for Mousesports. 4 kills to the 1 of Gambit, and the comeback seems to continue here for Mousesports. Moving into the crosshairs of Sunny, Adrenaline's the last to go down. 2 AWPs will be enough for Mousesports for the time being.
James, we talked about Sans CSGO yesterday.
Yes.
And we each said, you know, you want to do the helicopter of Aztec, I want to do the lightning of Aztec. Launders, what do you want to? What would you like to see in an episode? Ladders. I like that you could just pull that up immediately. I think, and because it's, I like that. That's pretty cool. It is pretty distinct. The 1.6 ladders.
Oh, please no. Those ladders are like somebody falling down a ladder who's already unconscious. Douche, douche, douche.
I wonder how they made that sound.
Yeah, I do wonder what they recorded that with, because
yeah. It's so weird, isn't it?
Knock someone out and threw him at the
ladder.
ladder.
Rudimentary. Just.
It's so distinctive though, which is kind of why I love it. It's so distinctive, and because ladders was such an amazing fundamental of movement in that game, because you could do so much with it. It was so cool how distinctive that sound was. It's very iconic, very nostalgic.
Yesterday, I watched an almost 20-minute long video about VHS technology and how they recorded audio tracks, and the fact that people actually recorded high definition videos of New York in the 90s, which are kind of weird if you want. They're on YouTube.
Well, who's ready for trivia night now, James?
Yeah.
It's you now.
I'm back, baby. Let's go. Let's party. Let's kill it, Dan. You and me together. Destroy these fools. Oh, God. Could only hide for so long. Well, actually, if you look at the head in a VHS recorder, you will see this.
Oh, man. I mean, want to bring up another nerdy fact about film, and technology behind it, but I can't do it. Not yet. Not ready. Rops wanted to get a quick peek there with a flashbang, denied though. Gambit's money situation is not great. Will they go with these nades? They may wait for some cannon grenades here. There are going to be many, but there's no nades left for Gambit. They are committed with this. They have to make this work.
Exchanges around the A site. CTs are streaming in. Rops making his way through connector. Chrissy shooting under his feet. That was kind of cool. No frags though in that exchange, but maybe Rops can do something. He needs to. There is the bomb. As you see the play by Popdog, there is a flank coming in as well from Oscar, but it's Rops to finish things off. 9th round for Mousesports.
That outside exec looked really promising. It's just that there was not any pressure put on the E-Box player, so he just kind of got to stay there and was worried the whole time about whether or not it'd be T-Con or ladder first, but there was no flash or smoke on him to push him off the angle, and he was able to get that opening kill and tell his teammates so much so that they could, you know, push through smoke safely, to work around the bomb train safely, and so on. Now, Gambit have a really incredible T-side on this map. They have some really famous maps that they've played. And a lot of that has to do with the multitude of outside execs that they have in their back pocket.
Oscar's fixes look violent and aggressive. He is looking to savage them. Well, things that should not be in CSGO.
What?
10% better than the FAMAS.
Oh.
The CZ.
Hard facts.
Hard facts as opposed to soft facts. What's a soft fact?
Soft facts will probably make an entrance into American politics in the next year or so. Fake news, soft facts, alternative facts.
Alternative facts.
They have alternative facts already.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alternative facts is a thing.
What does that even mean?
Oh, crazy.
Please, no. Why? Oh, come on.
Well, I mean,
We're better than this.
Have you ever seen dinosaurs, Dan, for yourself?
We're better than this.
Alternative facts.
We are better than this. You can't live such a relativistic lifestyle. Doesn't make sense. Oh my God.
Dan's triggered.
You can say anything these days.
It's true.
Bloody relativists.
But some of it will be fake.
There has to be some level of objectivity when truth or facts are concerned.
There's just no
Otherwise,
trust.
it's madness.
There's
There's nothing.
There's the press secretary, the old press secretary, Sean Spicer, for Donald Trump, in a press conference, actually explained something as alternative facts.
Oh my God.
This is real life, then. What is real life for Gambit and Mousesports? Only one of these teams can take points away from this match. 40 seconds remain, and as you can see, Sunny has control of main. And the bomb's starting to move in from Ivy. They think they've... Oh, this is the flash that we've seen Nico use as well. Maybe too little too late, however, but Chris J's there to trade.
Bish bash bosh. Chris, misses the trigger pull. But it's just a Hobbit left. He's small, he's sneaky, he can get into some small spaces here around these trains, but he's outnumbered.
Outmanned, outgunned, out-offed.
He will not be taking the Dragon's treasure today. It's going to be interesting to see whether Gambit can come back into this. This is pretty even at this point. Mousesports finding their groove, the double ops working out quite well. Gambit looking to go for a fast round, presumably. Again, low utility, the seed sets out on Mo. They're not thinking about playing a long drawn-out round. Here they go. Dozer straight in. He's in there.
He is indeed. There are positional disadvantages here for the CT side. 2 players around the IV position. Dozier making his way up to the high ground. Can't quite see Chris J. Still smoked off now. No more grenades here for the Gambit side. And there is the man advantage for Mousesports, but how will it play out for them? Can Adren get to? Just about no. Dozier still on the high ground, but how many frags is he good for here? Angel is exposed to so many angles. Now Dozier's on his own. He knows he needs more than 1 frag, so he doesn't engage immediately. Looking for a second player, but they're going to soon be on the bomb. How does he stop this defuse from going down? He's almost seen everybody now. There's the first one. Jumping down. There's a second one. Is there time? 1 second remaining. Dozier, you absolute animal.
No way.
Oh my God. I was drinking my coffee. My mic was muted, but you probably heard me from someone else's mic. That's nuts. Nuts everywhere, Jake. All of them. All varieties. All kinds.
Turns out he couldn't have played it better.
That is
unreal.
Unbelievable.
I mean, overall, what an amazing round from him, right? It looked like it was super unwinnable in the 1v3, but for him to get that kill, run all the way down the side of the bomb up into heaven, sit there patiently as his teammates died in the most important spot, and hope they get kills, but then still be able to clean it up. Sprout coalesced in just a beautiful play overall.
It's a very small percentage play.
Yeah.
Sometimes a small percentage comes in.
Yes, it does.
It was a bet on
the
green.
poker table every time, in fact. Every time.
20% of the time, every time.
10% of the time, every time on the river. Oh. It's a good start for Mousesports. Rob's trying to be sneaky, trying to do the damage. He will prevent the plants, and with that, it surely is going to be very difficult here for Gambit. As Rops is still working these back positions, he's very hard to deal with, just playing around this smoke. This singular smoke from Rops is creating all kinds of problems. That's unbelievable. Oh, actually, no, it's Hobbit from the back here that managed to take down Rops. So maybe there's a chance, but that's a good nade. It's not going to find Mo, who's the weakest player. Oh my God! Both down to 4 after consecutive grenades. More utility expended. Hobbit cannot escape with his life, but Mo can.
Oh, he's so fast. I think he may have seen a head falling from the angle, but how does he get out into this? 4 HP. They're on the bomb. They know where he is. He knows he can't. It's not really worth it. Hold on to AWP. 14 to 12. Mousesports back to winning ways. Gambit with a disastrous economy, but they've got just enough of a gap to stabilize.
That smoke from Rops was so sick. That caused so many problems. It's unbelievable.
He straight up almost aced right there because he almost got the guy on the ladder, and if whoever played around the smoke didn't have the understanding to turn around at that moment, he could have turned it into a 2K because he knew that guy on the left was still there. So that was a really cool way to play that.
Hello. Gamble's being taken. Angel's like, oh, I think I made a wrong turning. Collects the AWP, however, and escapes.
You know, a misconception of the word Gambit from chess is that some people think that it means gamble, but in fact it means sacrifice.
Isn't it just
in
a guy
chess?
from X-Men?
It's also that, yeah.
Yes.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh god, that is, oh, so many childhood memories. Watching the X-Men cartoons, they were so good. Okay, enough of that. Much as I'd love to. Here comes the peek from Ali. Well, the trade works out. One more player at Hell. Will they suspect that, though? They've only killed one, so yes, they will. Oscar, got to be careful, but that initial whiff spot will allow Oscar to move forwards, and I don't think they're going to anticipate this. Indeed, they will not. Oscar knows how to play these angles, and that's the one frag for him, but he's doing the very dangerous job of trying to prevent himself getting traded, and he does it perfectly.
It was probably a good time to go Ivy. I mean, it was a pretty volatile setup from the CTs to hold like that, and they almost both died. So it's good that Stico got his one kill, did some extra damage, and the opposite alive at Hell. If not for that, it would have been the ideal way to take outside versus that setup, I think. So it's unfortunate for Gambit. Actually very scary for them as well, as they have to save now, and they might not be able to op next round.
Goodbye, Adren. 3 CZs and a P2 for the remain. Got to be careful, Chris J. Manages to escape, and his teammate's got his back, and he's got his teammates back as well. The bromance is real. Angel and Dozier left. Dozier getting peppered. There we go, 14-14. Who is going to have a colossal collapse this time?
Will Mo get 2 4Ks?
Will Mo get 2 4Ks?
But yeah, here's the thing, no op to help him do it. And he could be kind of an X factor in that situation, but maybe not world class of a rifler enough to do that. But he could also find an op in this round if they do play it properly. 2 in fact available from Mousesports. Chris J and Oscar split up, and oh my god, Doja taking the round into his own hands.
Not what you expected, and he is just going for it now. Oh, okay, it could have been a lot worse, but that's much information. And now Dozier's play doesn't quite work out, but he can still try to flank. Rops trying to do what he can, trying to slow the push, and only one person's made it into the B bomb site, but that flank is pretty close now.
I love the jiggle there from Rops. The way he did that was really cool. Copy Rops. Ooh, the nade good for Chris. Down to Rops. A 1v3. If he can get a good placement on the HE, there's a frag, but lots to worry about. Can't deal with Angel. 15 for Gambit, just one more, and they'll have the score that they're looking for.
Damn.
16-14.
I've heard that pretty much removes Mouse from being able to get to land. I don't know. It might already be over for them, but they could still make OT here. You know, win the map, potentially do it. But now they don't. Now they have to save, and that is pretty crazy.
They can still make Gambit play against VP in requalification.
That's true too.
That's no, I'm not sure. We'll check that out afterwards. But hello, catch.
Baked potato.
Good old baked potatoes.
My mother made the worst potatoes.
The worst.
It was so dry, man.
You want like nice and crispy on the outside.
Oh, that's
nice
a bad miss.
Okay, well.
There was nothing crispy about them, they were just dry. It's like prison potatoes.
My mom's potatoes are too spicy.
She's preparing you for something, James.
Without the context of the season.
That is true, yeah. It does. It sounds more malicious in isolation.
Sonny trying to escape from the E-box position in his 4-on-4. His grenades have been all over the place, but that one hits the spot. Stico, Rops, and Oscar trying to avert a nightmare at this point. Again, the 4th of 4 matches. Only 1 win on the board today, Mousesports. So much potential, but maybe it's all going to be lost.
Bomb side taken. Mousesports have to get a 3v4 retake in the B side to make this work. And there's been so much time and space and position afforded to Gambit in this after plant. They haven't gone too crazy with it though, but they have some good positioning. Time ticking away. This is a very tough spot. I think will a foot be? Yes, foot is spotted. Angel will go down. Not the best positioning there. Oscar with the shotgun AWP as well. Now just Adren. They've killed 3 players very quickly, and his position being covered. He gets the kill. Is it in time? Maybe it's close. Oh, I think he's fine. He is indeed.
Wow.
But how did that happen? A 3-4 retake. They're all coming from the CT backlines, and overtime secured.
Good spacing, and they didn't even have to trade, right? Because everybody got their kill, so they, you know, I think in a normal situation, you flip that over, it's gonna come down to like a 1v1 realistically for the T some of the time. But in that situation, it was just 3 players who all showed up individually from Mousesports, even in a very high pressure moment, and it looked like it was going to be a 16-14 win, back-to-back 16-14 wins for Gambit. But Mousesports are still in this game.
Overtime. Oscar making a quick entrance and a quick exit as well. Trying to get over towards Pop Dog perhaps. Always nice to get somebody on the fast peak, cutting that player off. One spotted by E-Box, and it's not going well so far for Mousesports. Adren spotting the 3rd player now. Chris J taken down as well. Only Rops remaining. And that is a very fast round of Train. Very fast round.
Fast.
Fast.
Very fast, very expensive.
Pricey.
Double AWPs again for Mousesports. So if they go 0-2, they probably go 0-3 because they'll have very limited money. Ooh, Oscar doesn't hit his teammate and gets a fast shot on mode. That's not an easy shot to hit. Attack best on my defense. Tico's not expecting the play to be this close. Just about doesn't see Dozier while he repositions. But talk about a taste of your own medicine. Only Dozier remains now. Awkward.
One apiece, one apiece. But who will get the last one of the first half of overtime 1? Money's there for everybody, so we'll get a fair fight. But will it be a clean fight? It's yet to be determined. Gambit going to keep the pace up. Maybe they will. I'm looking for the first pick there. Just trying to open things up, seeing if anything will be given to him. Well, this is about sort of anticipating positions, playing the mind games between the AWPers, because at the beginning of the round you expect the picking battles. Chris looked like he wanted to actually challenge for that. Now he's going deep, and there it is. The mind games are delayed timing for that peak, and it'll work out wonderfully as Mo switches his position, looking towards the L area. Dren trying to make a desperate play, not going to work out. Good wallbang there from Hobbits, knows his angles.
Angel now, last man. You can see that position from where the sniper was on the other side. There is the tiniest of gaps, and you can see the chain link fence behind where Angel is standing, but it works in both directions. What's probably not going to work is a round win here for Angel. No, it does not get out of main. Mousesports with a 1-round lead, looking for 19 rounds to take this match in overtime 1.
Totally expected after that first round, especially that Gambit, we're just gonna roll through this OT.
Yeah, big, like very fast pace. That's the thing when you have a fast pace, because there's less situations, there's less decisions that you can make, because it's, you know, there's less time in which everything is happening. If one team wins rounds like that, it can just look very dominant, even though in reality, you know, one of those, you know, very few scenarios, if it's different, would make the round look very different, but it just appears very dominant. It feels very hard to be up against that kind of a play style, as Mousesports experienced against G2 on Cash earlier. A very skillful team that enjoys playing the fast rounds.
2 players in B for Gambit, one One on the bomb train, one at the back. Mo with a less common angle for the AWP. The push comes in, but there are Molotovs. Plays moving up the sidewalk. Dozier has to be careful, using the sand fuse well. Doesn't expect Sunny to be there though for the trade. Mo on the high ground, that's a great shot from him, moving back down. He knows one is around oil. Got to be careful, Rops is lurking. They know roughly where he is. Mo close quarters, that with a USP, that's good enough. Oscar alone, but he's got opportunities for the 1 versus 1. Trying to limit Hobbit's positioning, but he'll get taken down regardless. 17 apiece.
I wonder if Rops didn't hear the scope of, because there's the AWP next in that. Who was it that pulled out the USP and killed him?
Mo.
Mo, yeah. So Mo scoped and unscoped, and I was like, oh, Rops is gonna be aiming there now, but
yeah,
maybe someone was talking on comms or something at that time.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. Yeah, it might have been comms.
I think the level of audio people get also is very inconsistent depending on what headset they use. I'd say Dozier probably has one of the better ones to hear that player behind him. It is quite telling in some of the plays that don't happen when we watch these games, the difference that a headset can make. One of these teams needs to win both these remaining rounds, otherwise we go to overtime number 2. Minute 20 on the clock as Angel creeps into Pop Dog.
Smash! I like breaking the glass in this game.
It should count how many panes of glass you've broken. Because if you're playing agency or office, more agency, smashing glass for days.
Default smokes outside. They have a couple going down and an E-box molly that we would like to see from Gambit. Trades come out, but it's mostly in favor of the terrorists. And now there are only 2 CTs. Dren is one of them from Hell, and he delivers. Good AK headshot, and he's made it a couple.
Oh my god.
A nice third kill to compliment it.
What an absolute monster. Oscar will take a second to inspect his knife while he tries to continue.
Oh!
Okay, a headshot no less. And he has position on the bomb. Dozier has touched the bomb. Oscar doesn't know if it's being diffused, but he's guessing it isn't. Can he get behind this wall in time? He can. Doesn't take the engagement, does not need to. Tries to reset the situation, but Dozier's waiting for him. Can't blame him for it, and the round will go to Gambit. God. What a crazy round.
The crazy thing is that
he could
if Oscar just waits at the deepest angle,
he thought for sure
there's no time.
He thought for sure Doja's gonna assume he waits and like he can get away.
That's crazy, man.
Doja, I'm surprised Doja hit that shot. Honestly, like he was so like just ready for Oscar to pull something like that off.
This Oscar shot though, what is this?
This is insane.
Sit down.
So dumb.
Sit down.
Hello. What are you doing up there? Come and join me down here.
But Gambit might just be able to take this now. The buy is not great for Mousesports. They're forced into a fast round. The counter grenades are doing extensive, extraordinary amounts of damage. Angel's up there. Beautiful transfer coming in from him now as he awaits the third player who's soon to be joining him. But it's Hobbit to steal away the frags as Oscar in the 1v5 is the last man standing to do the damage, but he can't. And that's it. Gambit with a surprising, incredibly quick 3 rounds back to back to back.
Damn it, Gambit. Okay.
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 Damn.
What?
That was another very enjoyable game of Counter-Strike. And those are 2 very helpful wins for Gambit. A motivated Gambit with Angel as a stand-in go 2-4-0 over Mousesports.
And on the flip side, distraught, destroyed, displaced Mousesports, who now probably don't have hope of going to land, which is just going to be tough to stomach because it wasn't just a loss, it was a close loss, and those ones always hurt more.
Yeah, that's a rough one to lose. Really felt them after that first half, just really felt that they would be able to take it home, but some crazy rounds. But generally, it just seemed like Mousesports were a little bit off here today. We saw some things that you perhaps wouldn't normally see from them. Again, off days do happen. It's in a game of Counter-Strike, it's 5 players, and for one of those players to have an off game, I mean, everyone has an incredibly critical role on a team to make it function, and it can really change things. Either way, Gambit, it's good to see that they have some good form here. Dren as ever, fantastic performance.
Yes,
Wow.
that was a monster performance from the likes of Adren. Lots of highlights, especially towards the end there. And this is the implication. Still not quite out of the danger zone, Gambit, but I mean, going 2 for 0 most certainly helps them, takes them above Virtus Pro. But again, the teams below them have 2 games in hand over them. Well, Envy do, as well as Gossen, who are tied but slightly above them in the leaderboard. So Gambit are still in a dangerous spot, and now you do wonder if Mousesports will start sinking to the bottom. They've played all their matches, and they are in 6th place, so they are not going to land.
Wow. And NIP, like, I feel like NIP is a name up there that no one's really thinking about, but they could absolutely swoop in and make the top 4 as well. So still a lot to be played for between the 2nd and 5th spots here. And Gossen as well also could surprise.
Gossen are they're not too far away. So again, a lot of people on 6 and 5 losses, and Fnatic in 2nd place with 7 losses. So who the hell knows how this will finish? That is going to bring the European segment of the show to a close. Top of the hour. We will be back with North American matches, so make sure you stay tuned. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. If you haven't linked your accounts, link your accounts. We will see you in about 45 minutes for North America.